This is my farm, and I continue to develop it. Today, we will be creating the largest field, acquiring new equipment, and building new structures. So, let's get started. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Upon waking up in the morning, the first thing I did was rush to check on the coal production. In fact, I ended up with 6 full pallets, which is a good result. By the way, we still have 6 full pallets of wood left. I unload the coal from the warehouse and immediately head out for the quad bike with a trailer. I need to sell the coal and replenish my account. After attaching the trailer to the pallets, I start loading. It's going to be difficult to load such a quantity onto such a small trailer. In the end, I managed it, but it all looks precarious, and I need to carefully handle such a load to avoid overturning and spilling the coal in bags. It's a good thing we have straps, and I managed to secure everything. Now I'm already approaching the selling point. I managed to earn just over $11,000 from 6 pallets, and as a result, my budget is almost $19,000. Now I'm heading home, where I need to tend to the field that I plowed yesterday. Upon arrival, I park the quad bike and go to check on the bales. It seems they're not ready yet. They'll need to lie a little longer. I'll also take a look at the field while I'm at it. Everything's fine there. There's enough fertilizer. Now it's time to sow the second field. I run to the tractor, hop in, and drive it over to attach the seeder. I want to exchange it, so I'm taking it to the store to return it and look for something newer and wider. Upon arrival, I park the tractor at the equipment return spot and detach the old seeder there. I return it and immediately rush to look at the new one. Considering my rather small budget, I chose this one. I buy it along with 1 pallet of seed. I adjust the tractor, attach the seeder, load it with seeds, and head to the field. Upon arrival, I immediately unfold the seeder and start sowing. The process will be faster with the new seeder. Well, that's it. Another task completed. Sowing took me 40 minutes. I fold up the seeder and head to put it back in its place. After detaching it, I immediately attach the sprayer. Now it's time to fertilize the crops. I fill the tank and drive to the field to work. After unfolding the sprayer, I turn on the GPS navigator and start fertilizing the field. This process took me only 10 minutes. I fold up the sprayer and head to put it back in its place. After detaching it, I head to the store. I need to make a new purchase. Upon arrival, I run to the seller to choose rollers for the field. I like these ones, so I buy them without hesitation. Now I'm adjusting the tractor to the rollers, attaching them, and heading to the base. Upon arrival, I immediately drive to the field and unfold the rollers to start rolling. This will increase our crop yield percentage. Well, that's it. The rollers are wide, so it took just over an hour and a half. I fold them up and put them on the plot. I won't need them anytime soon. I approach the bales to see if they are ready for sale. I see that almost all of them are already in silage form, so I head to the store to buy a trailer. By the time I purchase it, all the bales will definitely be ready. Upon arriving at the store, I immediately go to the seller. I decided to buy this trailer, hoping to load all the bales into it. I attach it to the tractor and head back to the base. Arriving, I back the trailer straight to the bales and start loading. Right from the start, I realize it's going to be tough. The trailer itself is very high, making it inconvenient to load the bales manually. But I'll do my best to load them all until the last. And after 40 minutes, I'm already on my way to sell them. While loading, the wrap came off one of the bales, but it's okay. It won't affect the price. Arriving, I drive straight to the selling point and unload the bales. I managed to earn $26,000 from them. A good result, considering that not so much effort was spent. Now, I need to go to the base. There's still a lot to do there. Arriving at the place, I uncouple the trailer and attach the sprayer instead. I need to weed the field. Filling the tank, I drive to the field, unfold the sprayer, and start working. It took just over 5 minutes, and the job is done. I put the sprayer back in place. Now it's time to check on the coal factory. There are still some logs in it, but not so many. They need to be replenished. So I go to the store for a winch to haul the logs with its help. Arriving at the store, I run to the seller. Without much thought, I buy the first one I come across. Now I can go logging. I bring the tractor to the winch, attach it, and head for the trees. Without reaching the base, I turn right. Here I can cut down several spruces. I pick out 3, cut them down, clear them of branches, and rush back to the tractor. Now I'll hook them up to haul them to the coal factory. After attaching all 3 tree trunks, I haul them to the point. It wasn't much trouble for the tractor. It's not an ATV. It's much more powerful. I load the trees into the factory and see what else I can load. There's still space in it. I set out to cut down trees in the place where I want to make another field. Pulling up, I get out of the tractor and immediately start cutting. I want the field to be similar to the previous 2, so I'll have to cut down quite a few trees. but it's just what I need because I'll put them all on coal. After cutting down all the obstructing trees, I sit in the tractor and attach 4 trees to the winch. I won't attach more to avoid overloading the tractor. In the end, I managed 2 trips of 4 spruce trunks each. Not all the wood fit in the factory, so I cut it into pieces and piled it up. I'll load more as needed. Next, I drive the tractor into the shed, and instead, I hop on the ATV, and we'll go sell it. I'll also swing by the coal factory and pick up the coal that's already there. There are 3 full pallets ready for sale. I place them at the loading point and go to load them onto the trailer. After loading, I secure everything with straps and head to the store. Arriving at the selling point, I manage to sell 3 pallets for $4,300. Now I drive the ATV with the trailer to the equipment return point and say goodbye to them. They've served me well, but it's time to buy new, more powerful equipment. Running up to the seller, I started choosing a new tractor for myself. In the end, I decided to take this John Deere. It's powerful enough, and that's what I need. I also chose a trailer on which I can transport bales from storage to sell. Now, with the new equipment, I head to the base. Arriving, I park the trailer on the premises and instead attach a grass mower. Now I'm going to mow the area that I'll plow for planting. My mower isn't very wide, so I'll have to work hard. So an hour has passed, and I've managed it. I thought it would take longer, of course. Now I drive, park the mower, and instead attach a bale picker and head to bale the grass. It gives us a pretty good profit, so it's important not to miss this earning opportunity. An hour has passed, and I've only collected about half of the grass. This is indeed a long process, but it's okay. It's not dark outside yet. Today I need to bale all the grass. Another 40 minutes have passed, and finally, all the grass is baled. Let it lie in the field until tomorrow, and I'll go, park the equipment in its places, and get ready to rest. That's enough work for today. And so the next morning I woke up at 7:30. The sun had only just risen, and I immediately rushed to the tractor. Because there's work to be done, I attach the trailer with the baler and head to the field to start the first task for today. Now I need to gather all the hay bales we packed last night. The first trailer is full, so I'll be driving and unloading them to the place where the old bales were before. I don't have a special hanger for them. Let them stay outside. Rain won't hurt them anyway. Now I need to gather the remaining bales, so I head further into the field. In the end, I'm hauling the last 3 bales. The total number of them turned out to be 19. It seems like last time there was the same amount, if I'm not mistaken. After unloading the bales, I drive to park the trailer. Next, I need to go and check on the coal production. How much do we have, and is it ready to be sold yet? In the end, I see that there will be 7 pallets of finished bags. We need to sell them as quickly as possible because there's not much space left. I put the coal on the loading point and rush to the tractor. I need to get a trailer to load the pallets onto it, and I don't have one, so I head to the store. Before, I used to haul them with a quad bike, but I sold it yesterday, so now I need a trailer for the tractor. Arriving at the store, I park and immediately run to the salesman. Here it's important to choose the trailer wisely, so as not to have a situation like with the bales. After looking at the options, I made my choice. This trailer will definitely do. I attach it to the tractor and head back to the base. Arriving at the location, I immediately position the trailer near the coal pallets and start loading them. In the end, this trailer easily accommodated 7 pallets. I secure them with straps, and they're ready to be transported for sale. Upon arrival at the point, I managed to sell all the goods for $7,400. Having slightly replenished the budget, I head back to the base. There's still a lot to do there. Arriving at the location, I detach the trailer. Next on my agenda is plowing the field. My subsoiler is narrow, so it will take a long time to work with it, which is why I attach it to the tractor and head to the store to return it. Instead, I'll look for something wider. Here I am, already approaching. I immediately drive the tractor to the equipment return point, detach the subsoiler, and return it to the store. Now I run to the salesman to buy a new one. I've already picked it out in advance, so I make the purchase quickly and head back to the tractor. I position it near the subsoiler, hook it up, and head back to the base. Upon arrival, I immediately head to the plot where I'll be plowing the field. Once there, I unfold the equipment and start working. It's immediately noticeable that this subsoiler covers much more ground, so the process should go faster. And in the end, I managed to finish in an hour and 20 minutes. I parked the tractor near the passage between the fields. I'll make a road here now so that it's accessible for machinery and looks neat. The road is done. Next, I drive the subsoiler back to the territory and detach it. Instead of it, I hang the mower on the tractor and head back to return it. By the way, I realized that I've been working with it all the time when it's behind, although it's meant to be attached to the front. Well, no big deal. The main thing is that it still mowed the grass. Arriving at the store, I drive the tractor to the sales point, detach the mower there, and return it. Then I rush to the cellar. I'll choose a seeder for myself as wide as possible to sow the field faster. I've already chosen it in advance, so I buy it right away. I bring the tractor up to it, attach it, and head to the base. Upon arrival, I drive up to the shed where I have pallets of seeds, take them out, and load them into the hopper. Now I can go south. But before that, I decided to change the road a bit, which leads to the field. I'll make it more towards the center. Then I drive to the field, unfold the seeder, and start sowing. This time I chose sunflowers. I checked that in terms of price, they will be profitable in the months when they ripen for harvesting. After half an hour, the field is seeded. Everything went quickly thanks to the wide seeder. It's important to try to save time to be more efficient. I pull the seeder into the territory and detach it there. Now I want to fertilize the crop right away. I attach a sprayer to the tractor, fill the tank with fertilizers, and head to the field. Upon arrival, I unfold the sprayer and start working. By the way, the working area of the sprayer is quite wide too, so I'll handle it quickly. In total, it took me only 20 minutes. Now I need to spray the grass field as well. It seems to be smaller, so I'll finish even faster. Here I finish working on it, and it took me 15 minutes. By the way, the fertilizers in the tank just ran out. Now I'm going to put the sprayer back in place and then proceed to find a location where I can build a hangar for the equipment. After surveying the entire area, I decided to build somewhere in this area. Now I need to clear the site of trees. I park the tractor, take the chainsaw in hand, and start cutting down anything that gets in my way. In the end, only 3 small trees were in the way. I cut them down and stack them, then I'll somehow take them to the coal factory later. And finally, I can start building. I don't have a big budget, so I liked this hangar for $5,000. It's a very good deal. After installing it, I opened all the possible gates. There were 6 of them in it, and I started to change the ground inside. Since the price of the hangar is small, I didn't expect it to have a concrete floor. Also, I don't forget to pave the road to it. Now I sit in the tractor and head to where the equipment is located, and I'll transport it one by one. First, I'll take the smaller equipment that will fit in the hangar. This includes the sprayer, which I'll take first, the bale wrapper, and also a small planter. The next step will be to transport everything else, which is larger and won't fit in the hangar. I'll place it on the right side. After clearing it of grass, I slowly move everything. The last step is to park the tractor in the hangar and run for the second one to also shelter it. So, in the end, I've distributed all the necessary equipment to their places. That's it for today. I'll start working again tomorrow. I'm going to the tent to rest. If you enjoyed this video, just subscribe to the channel. That would be the best support for me. Until next time.